Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the Open Mic Article Day this Wednesday here at a undisclosed Arcto Labs facility. With me already, I have Gray managing the chat, Angry Furman, Lieutenant Timberwolf, and
Ouch.
Oh, hello.
In chat, we already have King Cracker, Timberwolf, and Izu.
The least enthusiastic greeting.
I mean, yeah, it was even worse than mine. That's like an insult. That's a massive insult.
yeah, I'm gonna have to work on that.
Am I just
Much
that
less
horrible?
enthusiasm for Furman.
Yeah, I'm at least better
I'll
than
refine
Furman.
this
Come
in the
on.
future. Look, I'm sorry if I've provided a misleading impression.
Done anything too bad.
No, I'm catching all sorts of grief from last side quest. Speaking, I have never actually dabbed. And I'll lay that at the feet of Arcturus, who apparently was easily swayed by the hypothetical, the scientific first, dignified dab, which, as we all know now, was a filthy, filthy, filthy lie. There's no such thing.
Listen, Arcturus looks so much like you. I mistaked him as Arcta. Okay?
Sorry.
I mistaked him as you.
I understand. Many people do. Perfectly reasonable in context. We've got quite the lineup of articles today. One thing I want to touch upon is something that was mentioned on SideQuest during a brief stint on The Grind. Namely, woman fights the patriarchy by letting an entire music festival take bong hits out of her butthole. Now, this is, of course, is beyond parody as it is. But what didn't really get mentioned is that this was even more poorly thought out than we were led to believe. Supposed to be a great big stunt to spike the patriarchy, but it wasn't even planned exactly. Blanche Adams, an extreme burlesque performer and hater of the patriarchy, has become a viral sensation after revealing that she recently invited all the attendees of a music festival to take turns smoking marijuana out of her anus.
What?
In an Instagram
Also, Miss
post on
Steam is
Sunday,
doing lemon.
Adams said she made the offer at an ending festival in an attempt to one-up her quote-unquote art project. At the same event last year, the previous stunt involved laying in a coffin for 2.5 hours while mealworms crawled over her skin. Shortly after arriving at this year's festival, Adams said that a friend asked how she felt about people smoking, quote, how she felt about, quote, people smoking weed out of your butthole. To which she replied, I feel great about that. Tell us more. Adams said she replied in post, which has nearly 4,000 likes. Who cares? According to Adams, the friend then produced two, quote, prototype hand-blown glass butt bongs with a reservoir water that goes inside the body, unquote. The instruments had never been tested before, Adams said.
Just smoke opium like a normal person.
Smoke anything like
at
a
least
normal
use it.
person, ideally.
Yeah, just do drugs like a normal person.
Just
Please.
use an apple or a can or something. Jeez.
So many more sensible alternatives. Later that night, Adams recounted, she ascended the platform next to the festival's main stage where she was positioned, quote, ass up, head down, legs spread, and tied up with shibari ropes to fight the patriarchy. The crowd would have been happy with Adams' performance, but once I was up, Alexis came up and put the plug in, Adams said. The crowd didn't know what was happening until he filled it with weed and took a hit. A cheer erupted as we invited everyone in the festival to come smoke weed out of my butt.
I don't even know how to make fun of this. I really don't. I'm just... The mind is racing.
I just wonder how the buttworms did.
Ugh.
But
Well, they did party till the ass crack of dawn.
They got
I mean,
so high they went out to the The upper coat.
That's a whole new definition of crack whore.
Very good. 10 out of 10.
Apparently a copy of their Reddit post, I presume? At Butt Bong last year at my favorite festival, Rachel Lark and I schemed for an art project, which I lay in a coffin for 2.5 hours while mealworms ate my skin. This year, people kept asking me how I was going to one-up it, and I wasn't going to try. Well, within 2 hours of arriving last weekend, Jeff Wees ran into me and Rachel and asked, "Hey, Snatch, how do you feel about people smoking weed out of your butthole?" Rachel and I looked at each other and smiled, and I said, "I feel great about that. Tell us more."
The Killing Joke has come in with some sage wisdom saying that butts are for gummy worms only.
Gummy worms only.
Joker, don't play
Yes.
Joker, don't dirty talk me now. I'm on stream.
Oh, and the next 6 minutes is also arrived.
Ugh.
Two of your favourite people.
Totally having something going on at 7 p.m. Eastern, by the way, which I absolutely make. This is not Good Wednesday. Because just assorted. Fine, don't worry about it. I'll be great. Nothing's even caught fire yet. But yeah,
So
Batman
Birdman
Effort
40
shouldn't
come
have
in
this
saying that
planned out.
that's...
He went to this part and Jeff Wees and his brother apparently made some glass butt bogs.
Is that going to be like a new brand? Butt bong.
I mean, come on.
Question: if they're used constantly, is there a smoky ass taste?
I don't
It does
know.
taste like
I
ass.
suppose it depends on how carefully they washed up in advance, but you know, if they kept it going for 4 hours or more, then accident seems likely, although this doesn't seem like the sort of person who would be beyond starving themselves to reduce the odds that, alternatively, this crowd doesn't necessarily sound like the sort that would be bothered if they just let it fly, because
So
these
Ark, are you saying that if it lasts 4 or more hours, call a doctor?
Yes.
You know, it does seem likely to require one because, look, I'm fairly straight-edged, so I can't really comment on exactly how it works, but the people on SideQuest gave a pretty strong impression that bongs involve heat, and burning temperatures in one's rectum doesn't usually mix very well. And if she's
normally the
eaten
water keeps it cold.
too many beans lately, even if she doesn't. Look, gases can be flammable. All I'm saying.
You're
Yeah.
better off with
Yes.
with garlic because I believe that produces more methane.
Yeah, well, look, the odds are high that this person is also a vegan, so
Oh no.
things said, the article isn't crazy woman's ass explodes at music festival, so it could have gone much worse.
So I'm waiting for like the military to take her and just their
Weaponize it.
ass. Yeah, exactly. It's an ass flamethrower.
Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, because if she did go off while they're doing hits, that would be collateral damage. That bong would have come out like a fucking torch.
Hey,
See, I was
Grandpa,
thinking
have you used your
flamethrower.
eye? There's war.
God, I'm just
War.
imagining the news headlines now.
Sonic speed projectile shit.
Man blinded by anal bong.
There you go. Festival goers got a bigger surprise.
Oh god. And Miss Steam also donated a second lemon, saying it's great for.
Well, that's like the metal grade that she said. So
He simulated pelting of lemons was appreciated in this context, team. Thank you.
Yeah.
it's,
Well, they are,
it's-
well, lemons are great for cuts, you know this.
I mean, yeah,
Oh.
true.
Festival goers blasted with a brown rocket.
Yeah, again, so many ways this could have gone so much worse.
Hash brownie.
They should be counting their blessings that no one lost an eye or required a colostomy bag.
What would the 911 call be? Like, we have some severe anal burns?
Yeah, it was a freak accident where, look, with this would have happened someplace where it was legal to do this, because otherwise they have to make up a pretty quick story for the officers when they arrive.
Would it be
It's
like
the damnedest thing,
too much
you know,
curry?
this one stoner asshole was over here and he tripped and fell, and then she fell onto the bong and
There was a gas leakage.
And we thought we could make fun of this.
You know,
Honestly, if I had to make that 999 call, I wouldn't fucking know. I wouldn't know how. So what's your emergencies? I don't fucking know. Don't know how to explain this situation.
Well, I can't say much. They turned around and updated the codes for the U.S. and hospital codes. So now there's a code for being hit by a flying saucer.
a frisbee?
No, literally a flying saucer, like an alien UFO. I was just struck by something that was an
these authorities are tipping their hand
unidentified flying
again.
object after being anally probed.
Now keep on winging
So
the review of what they know about aliens. Both
920.
campaigns had someone promise to lift the veil. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, this is a.
No, wait. Next 6 minutes going out with something fucking beautiful. I've heard of junk in the trunk, now there's dank in the stack. Fantastic, you win the internet, sir. Jesus.
So again, lots of articles cover how Cory Booker can guarantee that reparations become reality from NPC Daily, so it'll be at least as plausible as any other plan to make reparations viable. College language.
You know-
college suggests students respond to offensive language with "ouch." ISIS terrorist blew himself up when the drone bomb he was operating ran low on battery and flew back. Natural reaction for a gun-wielding officer to kick kneeling man, Hong Kong police say. Meat off the menu at Melbourne's Morelands City Council on Mondays, and farmers aren't happy.
Oh yeah, fuck
I-
the people.
Woman
Fuck the
who's-
people with It's like, yeah, fuck the people with dietary restrictions.
Yeah. Well, you know, can't let things like that get in. Sweden, woman who stabbed rapist faces attempted murder charge. NASA astronaut accused of committing identity theft from outer space. Google's artificial intelligence hate speech detector is racially biased, study finds. Out. TV news anchor Alex Houston apologizes for comparing her black co-host to a gorilla.
Oh my. There are so many good ones.
Yes, indeed. Let's have a quick vote. Voice chat and Patriots. What article do you want to
don't
hear
know.
about more next?
They're all just so good.
Space crime.
I'm angling towards space crime, but I really want the first one. The students have to say ouch to offensive like comments because there's some good comedy there. But it has to be an accident. But comparing her like black co-host to a gorilla, that's like
Well,
I can guarantee there's probably no racial.
well,
like,
as
component there.
next 6 minutes does say, Leslie Jones is their co-host.
Oof.
That's a PewDiePie joke right there.
Hmm.
I do appreciate.
Timberwolf, do you have a particular preference?
Let's do the space one. I like that.
Yeah, fuck it.
That's interesting.
Space one. 3 votes for space.
Space.
One. Okay, Space One. Then clearly there's a lot of interest in the co-host incident, so we'll go to that next. But first, NASA astronaut accused of committing identity theft from outer space.
That's not what
Behold,
Direwolf's in the chat.
a space criminal. I'm a bit underwhelmed, to be
Direwolf.
honest.
So, like, is this the first case of basically, the Wild West, space being the Wild West? We're gonna have space cowboys soon.
Yes.
I'd be all for
I
that.
approve.
Imply
That's
that
space
Lord-
cow
Why-
people.
why- Is it technically a crime if it's out in space?
Yes.
Continent.
But
There's
I'm
no-
pretty sure the International Space Station is under the jurisdiction of the UN.
No. Well,
No?
I'm not sure in that case.
Like, technically, the USA and Russia should own it.
Was someone
If-
insisting
if it-
upon reading this, or shall I get started so we can gather some of the key?
Yeah, let's read it.
You want to read it?
I don't think it's good. I don't think it's a good idea for me to read.
Oh, fair enough. Well, very well. I'll
A
just
woman that
get
can read.
started.
What?
Anne McClain, a NASA astronaut who was set to participate in the first all-female spacewalk before it was cancelled, is being accused of committing what might be the first outer space crime. The offense? Identity theft. McClain accessed her estranged wife's bank account during her 6-month mission aboard the International Space Station. Who knew you could even check your bank balance from space? I certainly.
I mean, you'd get 5 bars up there.
You'd be close to little satellites, it's true.
In fact, that'd probably be the person with the best possible signal ever. I was gonna say, oh, like in the world, but that technically wouldn't count.
Wait,
Well, I mean, there's no obstructions.
I hang on. Wait, is this woman a lesbian?
Yes.
She just says strange wife.
Yes.
Not only the first space crime was committed by a woman, but it was committed by an LGBT woman.
I know, right? It's a diversity double whammy.
Yeah, it was, certainly it's one of those. As the New York Times approached McClain's reports, McClain's spouse, Summer Warden, found that the McClain had been accessing her account after McClain showed knowledge of her purchases. Warden became suspicious and discovered that her bank account had been tapped via a NASA-registered computer network. The former couple, who married in 2014, had been undergoing a difficult separation and custody battle centering around Warden's young son. McClain admitted to accessing the account, but said she was only monitoring it to make sure there are no issues with the finances and that Warden had enough funds to care for the child. While Warden is accusing McClain of improper access and identity theft, there was no sign of money being withdrawn or spent by McClain, so
Amazon ain't gonna deliver out there.
no.
Not
Give
yet.
Elon some time.
Yeah, as I say, give it time. They'll get everywhere. But
It'd be one thing
apparently,
if she
according
had
to
the account,
Zoobs-
but I suspect that she was given at one point access and just
I think-
without permission.
it was a really stupid idea to access it from a NASA computer. I mean, that's
Well, it's not like she had
it's
her
just
home
it makes it
computer
so
out there.
obvious.
No, but she used a network.
can wait,
that
though.
was NASA registered, which certainly led back
Like-
quickly. No, I'm really disappointed. I was expecting at least some theft, but there was no theft at all.
Yeah, kind of disappointing for a first ever space crime. I mean,
She strenuously denies that she did anything improper. Her lawyer, Rusty Hardin, names in this one, said,
Rusty
McClain
Hardon?
Hardin. Hardin. That's very lowbrow. I'm ashamed of you.
That was funny though.
McClain claims she was using the same password to access the account as she'd prior, and says she was never told by Warden to stop checking the account. In 2018, Warden had filed for divorce after McClain accused her of assault, a charge she denies and claims was of McClain's plan to attain custody of her son. Investigators from NASA have contacted both women and are currently investigating the case. Look, I'm actually with McLean on this one. This sounds like grasping at straws to spite the person you're divorcing.
Huh.
Grasping at space.
Based
Well, this
straws.
is this is
Direwolf,
1000% less funny now.
Direwolf has said all space crime in history has been committed by lesbians.
It's true, thus far.
No?
It was committed by lesbian women.
Well, would you expect a lesbian man?
I really wouldn't put it past people, Froman.
And if she was going to check on anything up there, of course she'd be using a NASA system on it. I don't think that I had to take a home PC up on the station.
If she did, my god, she was good at hiding it.
Putting a bomb up there is one thing, but an entire laptop.
Space bomb.
NASA's all new zero-G anal space.
I was like, would it even stay in the bog?
Just don't sneeze.
Really no.
Because
I
you
found
will get
the-
a hull breach.
I found the codes I was talking about, by the way.
Hi, what? Squirrel?
Spacecraft injury.
Something about me?
Robin, I believe you wanted to read the news.
Well, I wanted it to be in the thing, not necessarily read it. I'll throw it up now, though.
God, the cult's come back to haunt me.
A TV anchor who has apologized after comparing her black co-anchor to a gorilla on air. Alex Hudson and Jason Hackett co-host the morning news on KOCO 5, ABC affiliate in Oklahoma City. On Thursday, Houston was commencing on a segment involving a gorilla in Oklahoma City who had taken over the venue, muting a video. This is everything. On Thursday, commencing a segment involving a gorilla at Oklahoma City Zoo had taken a venue in the Instagram account. As the video played on screen, Hudson told Hackett, "He kind of looks like you."
Oh, come
That's
on! That's just playful. There's no racial component there. You would have said that, and ain't like the co-anchor would have said that to anybody. You know, they white, Asian, that's just playful.
Well, you know what? The parody of Happy Birthday is "You look like a monkey and you smell like one too."
But you can only, of
It's just
course, that's
They don't do that in ghetto birthdays.
yeah. You have to make sure that the person you're singing it to is intact. A white person, otherwise it's racist.
What was it? Naked Lady on Channel 80. What's the other one that I heard?
No, what's racist is the classic song, "You look like a nigger and you smell like one too."
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
Jesus.
That's
And demonetized.
and
this
that's
is
why we're not on YouTube.
This is why I'm
Oh,
so
God.
very enthusiastic when I get. I know.
God.
No, you know that
I
song
know this is
actually
gonna happen.
existed.
Look, I know it doesn't mean
Yes,
that you, Steam,
there you
go,
go.
you're in Britain and the word doesn't have the same impact and doesn't cause things to catch fire with the same regularity. But the rest of us, we're gonna
I
do
mean,
it Fallout now.
you really want to go there. There was a
Oh,
song
I'm
called
sorry.
Alabama. Yeah, that word.
I'm so sorry. I live in the best time period ever, 1860. Best time period for me because I'm not poor.
Fair enough,
Yeah.
I suppose. Really honest. Roman, would you like to continue? There's one part I want to read the co-host's response. It requires some
that-
dramatic reading, I feel.
Okay, one. The segment ended shortly afterwards after Houston remarks were met with outrage on social media. Where else? Where some had called for her to be fired. Houston addressed the topic the next day and issued a tearful apology.
So
He
please
can
take
do
this
tearful.
part. I want to get a co-host's reaction.
Okay. I'm here this morning because I want to apologize to not only my co-anchor Jason, but to the entire community. She said. I said some things yesterday that were inconsiderate and that were inappropriate, and I hurt people.
Way to